this man with a pickup truck pulled over and said, "Hey, do you want to ride?" And he said, "Yeah, sure." Got in the truck and drove up the hill. Saw Gary alleged they got to the top of 200th, and there were police and some activity going on. The guy was like, my buddy was like, "Hey, I'll get out of the car here," and he was like, "Okay, cool." Got out of the car, and then weeks later, Ridgway was arrested for suspicion or whatever, like the DNA and all that. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that dude like picked him up. Yeah, yeah. My buddy said he was picked up by Gary Ridgway he picked him up on the side of the
Oh
street.
my God.
Yeah, I still
Wow.
have no, and that's something that though the mind of that's incomprehensible to us. We can't comprehend that type
No.
of we're like, you know what I mean? I don't want to
Yeah.
swear because it's radio, but you're like, what? Like we just
What the F?
yeah, you just
Yeah.
cannot comprehend that. And that's what we
Yeah.
kind of talked about, together. And I was like, because I've done a couple of these radio shows where we've talked about these types of things and talked about the psychology about it. And it's pretty crazy on what some of these, what they thrive and crave. It's very, very disturbing.
It is. It's really disturbing. And one of my favorite rooms in the exhibition is the kind of FBI investigation recreation room. As a journalist, I love being in there because I know that that's when the FBI in the 70s, that's when they first started investigating serial killers and they started studying the psychology of the serial killers as well. So it was like law enforcement and psychologists were working together to solve these crimes and figure out the motives, like what's going on here. But no, it's really interesting to see, kind of like how they are putting their evidence together to solve these crimes. We didn't have the technology then that we have today.
It's crazy because you look and there's like the three desks, the typewriters, the whole 9 yards of telephones. It really does. It was really done well, very done well, giving you that opportunity for a lot of the younger generation that don't really have any clue what that even would look like back in the day.